My name is Maren Lau. I'm a vice president of corporate development with IMS, and this is David Rayo, the managing director with IMS Social, and we're here to talk to you today about Twitter's launch in Latin America. How many of you here in this room have Twitter accounts? And how many accounts do you follow, more or less? I thought you here because I know who you are. How many accounts do you follow, more or less? How many followers? How many do you follow? 100? You follow 100 accounts, more or less? How many of you follow between 5 and 20 brands? So not just other people, but brands. Quite a big amount. Great, great. So we're here to talk to you about how brands and how advertisers can use Twitter to leverage all of the conversations and all of these users that are happening today, not just globally, but also within Latin America. A brief overview about IMS. We're a Latin American a digital marketing company. We have offices in Miami, Uruguay, Argentina, Mexico, Chile, and Brazil. And we have 3 areas of business: media buying, both digital and offline, digital performance via an ad network and a DSP, and the sales house, finally, which is our Twitter representation in Latin America. You'll see here that in the expansion to Latin America, Twitter has sales in North America, the United Kingdom, and Japan, and they're using IMS as their partners throughout all of Latin America, with the exception of Brazil, where they will be opening an office of their own later on this year. So, speaking a little bit about Twitter. On Twitter, we like to say that the conversation is the canvas. And what does this mean? It means that within the platform itself, there are multiple conversations happening every day. Global conversations that also translate into local examples. So what you see here is a map of the last year's Euro Cup final between England and France. And the red here represents England and the blue represents France. So what you see here is an example of a very local event, the Euro Cup, that took place in France, and all of the conversations that it sparked around the world. So it truly is a platform that has a reach, a very global reach, but is a platform in which you can leverage micro events, very localized events, to engage audiences. Twitter is also a canvas for sharing news. So in Brazil, this is a blogger, right, that blogs about actually the subway lines, the metro lines in Brazil, and where there's traffic and where there may be construction going on. And these bloggers have millions of followers because they're sharing news that is relevant to people, that is making their life easier on a daily basis. It's a canvas for engaging audiences. So for example, Nike Football Latin America, their handle @NikeFootballLA, tweets about different games, tweets about players, brings a new perspective to the brand, brings a new perspective to football in the sense that fans now can have an emotional attachment to the brand Nike Football, go on and read about their favorite teams, right? So here we have an example of República Popular de Corinthians, and what Nike does here is they actually post video of the game, right? So that fans can go on and see what happened, maybe if they missed a game, missed some background about their favorite athlete, etc. What we find with tweets that have media content, so photos, videos, etc., they actually have 80% greater engagement. So when you think about your brand strategy, incorporating media, rich media content is a great way to amplify the voice, right, that your brand is having. Another example of Volkswagen Mexico. They tweeted out a picture of this car that they had driving through DF. And again, a way to amplify reach. So the content becomes a way to bring people in. When we say the conversation is the canvas, it's the way to draw people in and start conversations with them. Here we see when this was posted, 35 retweets, right? So we can actually visualize what's going on here with the content that's being sent out. And it's a canvas for speaking directly to your customers. LAN has great examples of this. LAN actually has many different accounts, and they use different accounts for different reasons. So here, this is LAN Atención al Cliente, LAN Ayuda. And this is where they respond to any kind of customer service questions. My flight was delayed, my mileage wasn't credited, etc. And what we see here is them responding directly, right, to clients that are tweeting in real time about problems that they're having and issues that they're having with the airlines. So a terrific way to provide customer service in a very one-on-one basis. So they have LAN Atención al Cliente, and then they have another handle, which is a larger branding handle, and this is LAN in Chile specifically. So LAN Chile, they have other ones that are LAN Brazil, right, depending on the country. And this is just branding for LAN in Chile. So this one referenced the Fiestas Patrias that happened last week in Chile. So as we've seen, Twitter connects people to their interests, various ways of thinking about how to integrate content, how to start speaking to people and have them replying and entering into conversations with you as a brand. I'm going to pass it over now to David, who's going to walk us through.
That was the funny thing. So thank you to help me to introduce everything. I think one of the point of this brief presentation is try to explain what is the product. Because everyone, for the past 5 minutes, talking about what is the organic product, how to use the product, how to tweet, why, how about my interests, politics, food, so everything. That means that, that means that everyone have different interests. Everyone talk about their interests. So that is the main point of the platform. For this reason, Twitter is not only a social media platform. We talk about information with social media layers. So it's not only a social media platform. So we use your interests to get you the best message for you. That means tweet. So to get 1 billion tweets, take 3 years, 2 months, on 1 day. And now we have 1 billion tweets in less than 2.5 days. That means that everyone tried to talk. Everyone tried to say something to everyone. That means that this is a really funny thing when you talk about content, and you talk about content in digital, where almost between 80 and 90% of the people only consume content, and only between 10 and 25% of the people write content, like blogs or YouTube videos, or something like that. In Twitter, you have 60% of the people produce content, and 100% is really listen or write content. That's really interesting when you talk about what is the topic that the people talking around, and what is the people tweet about. And you have that is logic. You take the tech is the first and the rest. So everyone is talking about different things. That means that everyone follow brands. And you really say that you follow 5, 6, 7 brands. You have almost 7% of the followers or follow brands is 51%. That means that in average, between 1 to 15, we have probably 60% of the people follow brands. So we are talking about brands. But when you follow brands, what we want when we follow, what we expect when you brand you follow. The first point is discount and promotion. That is funny, no? Everyone wants some discount, know what is new, what is different. The other one is free stuff. That is a funny one. But in general, and you see what is almost 90% or 80%, we want fun. We want entertain. We want to engage with the brands. Another point, we want something different. We want content. We want something from the brand behind free stuff. When you follow a brand, you have different metrics that is really funny to see, because in general, 62% of the people that follow a brand wants to visit the web. From that, 60% recommend the brand they follow, and the other 56% say or express that they want to buy the brand. So that is the key element of the value of the follower. So let's talk about the product, because everyone say, what is the product? What you sell? Because no one knows what to sell. How many of you know what is the product of Twitter? A few? How many of you see advertising in your timeline? A few? Does that mean that we don't have advertising? Or that means that you don't know that is advertising? That is the key element of Twitter. Twitter take the canvas, take the website, take the mobile, and use the timeline and all the spaces inside the organic content to put advertising, to reflect advertising, related to the content. That means that we don't break the website. We don't break the experience. We try to engage the audience with the advertising. So we use the timeline, we use the account, and we use the trend. You are familiar with the 3 spaces? So you have the timeline. When you tweet, you see words happen in 140 characters. The platform recommends you. When the platform knows how brand or what brand you follow, where you comment around, recommend you account, and that's this space here. And the platform, when you take all the numbers, comment, and tweets, put your trends. So you have your tweets that the people at brands that you follow, you have your recommended account, and you have your trend. See? Clear? So where will you introduce the advertising? We used to introduce the advertising in the tweet. So you can use promoted tweets. You can say to the brand, like the example, that is meet me a family in the final trailer, and you put Brave, and you launch a movie. So that is inside your timeline, and this is your tweet for 140 characters. And the only thing you can see that is this arrow, orange or yellow, it's orange, I guess, is promoted by Disney Picture. That appears in your timeline. Yes? Did you see some arrows in your timeline now? No? Or yes? Yes? So you see advertising. What is the next product? The next product is promoted account, when you really want to get more followers. So we use this, you can use the space on the promoted account related, and you can reach followers, and you can try to increase your followers using the promoted account. And the promoted account, remember, is this space of here. So you see what is the first position is your promoted account. See? I forgot something really interesting. We will talk about mobile. The platform is 100% integrated on mobile platform. So you see the same in your cell phone. iPhone, Android have the same more or less look and feel on the platform. BlackBerry is different. So you have the timeline, and all the promoted product is in your timeline, and you have the discover part where all the trends and all the promoted account are. And the final one is the promoted trend. That is in the bottom on the left on the screen, and you can see what is the promoted trend of the day. And that is similar to a takeover. You take that for 24 hours, 1 day, it's a fixed cost. Oh, sorry. Clear? Because I always try to explain that as everything is clear, and say, what have to do? What can I buy? Oh, that is really sometimes confusing. Another key element, we don't have the slide here, is how you can buy that 3 products. The first product is promoted tweet. That is based on option price. So you decided what is the maximum bid that you want to get that tweet promote. The other product that you use option price is the promote account. So you pay in terms of how you want to pay for one follower. So you are going to pay based on action, based on engagement. Clear? And the other is the promoted trend, and you pay a fixed cost to get the first position on the promoted trend. Clear?
Can you provide an example?
Yes. For example. Yeah. Imagine that you launch a new product, and you want to communicate your new launch of the product. And that is the objective. KPI, my new product is, I don't know, what is your brand? Some of your clients, you're actually a client. What? A example of Sony. Okay, Sony launched the new, I don't know, MP3 or TV, the new smart TV or 3D TV. So this is the new TV from Sony. You can do 3 different things, and I said, one is communicate through tweets. So I want to buy X promoted tweet where I have 140 characters, one URL to do what is the key message of my new smart TV. You buy that and say, I want to pay, I don't know, $0.7 for each action, each tweet. So I send the message. You really, I have another slide later on. So you select that and say, OK, I need the target. What is your target? You are interested to reach people who have the interest in technology, in TVs, in new launching, new products, early adopters. You have to send, you can select this kind of different interests based on words and say, I want, technology, TVs, and etc., 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 and you can reach these people. You can say, I have followers in my account in Sony that actually follow my product or my TV line. So I want to reach that guys, or someone that is similar to my followers and send it the message, the promoted tweet. And you always pay based on engagement. So since someone say favorite, someone say I retweeted new, or someone say I follow. That is promoted tweet. And you need a copy, of course. Imagine to say you launch that and say, OK, but I want to, recommend my account is, my handle is Sony TV 3D, and I want to make a huge base of followers. So now I send my tweet with this target on interest, and I actually complement the tweet with a promote account. Or in that case, that this is a launching, I can say I launching in next month in the first day of October. So I really want to get the promoted trend for that day. So I have, my plan is X promoted tweets plus X promoted account because I want to increase my follower base. And the first day of October, I launch in 5 countries. I want the promoted trend. So I new Sony TV or Sony something. That is the way that you can collect that. These 2 products are based on engagement, retweet, tweet, something like that. You pay in tweets. That product is based on follow. So your account is here. You play every time that you click follow. And here is a fixed position, 24 hours. So you have 24 hours on that day on the launching product. If someone clicking your trend here, goes to the trend page, they can see the product tweet. Yes? Clear?
So you pay for any interaction that happens on the page?
You pay.
There is a retweet,
Favorite, follower, or follow.
Is it the same on this option?
Each option is only one time. So one bid for all the interactions.
So to clarify, for a tweet, there are different actions you can take. For a tweet, you can have a retweet when someone sends it to another person,
Yeah.
right, or to their base, they're retweeting it to their base of followers. That's one.
Yeah.
They can do a favorite, right? So whenever, or they can click on your content, your URL, whatever content you place within the tweet. Okay? So 3 different actions they can take on a promoted tweet. Anytime someone takes an action on your tweet, you as the advertiser pay whatever the cost per engagement is that you've bid on the platform. So 0.7,
0.7,
right?
0.5.
70 cents on a dollar, for example. The promoted account, which is this one here when you want a follower, is also a cost per model. So you only pay per follower. So if I'm the advertiser and you click to follow Sony, then Sony, me as the advertiser Sony, I'm going to pay that 70 cents, right? Because you have chosen to follow. So it's performance-based. Any organic reading of the tweet, of seeing this suggested account is free to the advertiser. There's absolutely no cost to the advertiser for that. Okay?
So you are paying for the first action, the first engagement.
Do you have a benchmark from the time so an advertiser can see how they are performing?
Yes, you have a benchmark, and as advertiser, you can go to the platform and see all the data you want. What is the maximum bid? What is the average that you can pay by country, by product? Okay. More questions? Yeah. No. So you have to, you can target in this way. First is interest. So as I say, to define, like with Sony example, you define how, you define the different interests. So TVs, 3Ds, technology, whatever, let's say, by interest. The second possibility is the followers. So you have your followers, your database, your actual database. You can reach that kind of people. The third one is, okay, I have this as my followers, and the platform can see someone that looks like your followers. So you can reach that too. The fourth is search. So you can say, this is the 5 different words, and someone searched that word, I want to be there. The other one is mobile. So I want to reach people only with BlackBerries, Android, or iPhone. And the other one is by IP, and it's by country. That is the segmentation, the possibilities. Okay? Well, that is another example. It's not only thinking about what is the possibilities to do something with a campaign, and it's beyond that, and you need to think about what is your face, and what is your client, what is you are really, your KPIs is grow my base of followers, so I want to, spend more budget on grow my followers base, so I need to use a promote an account, or really you are a natural base because I have a huge or a reasonable followers, amount of followers, so I need to think what is the different percentage of my combination of my budget, or you are, in the third phase, let's say that you really want to earn the category, so you spend really more 70% of your budget, try to engage people and increase the engagement and increase that. So that is sample, and we can really work with you in different ways to analyze what is the KPIs, what is your objective, what is the right segmentation possibilities, and really find that. And of course, we can help you with the content too. And that's it.
So to wrap up, a couple of things. One, we're here in the Twitter Networking Lounge all day today and tomorrow. I'm sure there are many more questions that are difficult to get answered in this kind of forum. We're there with many different best practices to help you and your accounts organically, so not just advertising, but how you can be better on Twitter as a platform. We can help you with that. We have an entire team here. So that's one. Two, we have sheets, handouts as you leave that talk in further detail about each of the 3 products that you've seen. So promoted accounts, promoted tweets and promoted trends. So you can take that with you and look at that. And please contact us here if you have any questions. Okay?
Yeah.
Anything else? Yes. So that, let's take that offline because I think they're calling us right now to get back, but I will talk to that. So thank you very much for joining us.